shorts for about 10 years now. Started with a series of shorts called Where To Mate, which was originally just one person talking to the camera as if the viewer was the passenger, and then we progressed and started getting people in the cab, and then we decided to make these shorts for this Monday competition. Try to do something a little bit more mainstream so we can sell it.
How far have you got? Because like last time it was still, I haven't got that. I mean, I think they're amazing. You sent me some.
Yeah.
You emailed me some. I think they're all really, really funny. But you still can't get them anywhere else. I mean, you're trying to get them on the TV, aren't you? Yeah,
we sent them off to Channel 4, so we're waiting to see what happens with them, because the BBC are pretty rubbish, you know, so they don't know what's any good, I don't think, the BBC. So we've had it in with them.
They just want sitcoms and like families and getting the vicar going around, don't they?
Well, it's difficult to know what they do want, you know, but the comedy content that they do put out is pretty atrocious, so you know. But we decided that Channel 4 make that stuff, so we'll try them this time. You know.
I just don't understand how it can fail, because it's really, really good. I mean, how many have you made altogether now?
We've probably got about a couple of hours worth of footage, haven't we, of different things. You know, originally we did 2 10-minute shorts, and then we got commissioned to do some for T-Mobile, and we did 40 minutes, and we had Johnny Vegas and loads of people involved with that. And then we've started making these other shorts, and actually it was inspired by coming down here and showing them again, because we made the last lot in 2008, and then through discussions with these guys, you know, and discussions with yourself, you know, you said just go and make some more, and we decided to do that.
But I suppose the only problem I can see is because they are shorts, aren't they? I mean, do they actually work? Would they work? Can you make the plot longer, or is it?
I think that the Ben and Jackie thing, that you can see that could be expanded to something bigger. You know, where this guy's in love with someone and it's all in his head. You know, I think that could be expanded to a sitcom, and I suppose that's the plan.
Or does it actually need a story? Does it actually works? It's just like real life. It's just fly the wall.
Yeah, I mean, it's also kind of like the tone is slightly different. If you've seen the Where To Mate stuff, for the original stuff, it's just like jokes. It's just gags. And this one's more story based, you know, narrative based, and so that's the intention, I think, with it, to give something, you know, more of a story arc, if you like. You know?
I actually like the mundanity of it. It doesn't have to resolve itself.
Yeah.
It's just dreary but funny at the same time.
Well, that's the kind of the rule, isn't it? You know, kind of like you've got to stick to those guidelines. So we come up with some good things that you think, oh, that's going to be really funny, but if it's too big comedy-wise, it can't go in. So, but it's kind of like it's good to have some guidelines, you know, when you're making stuff.
So what do these two do?
This is
Are you bodyguards or?
Yeah. This is obviously Peter's in it, and Peter's been working with us on these shorts for 10 years or so, and David's the writer.
So you all write together, is how it works?
Usually what happens is that me and David co-write, and then we bring it to Peter, and Peter ad-libs and does stuff and throws in some of his own stuff. He's a comedian and kind of like really good at that kind of stuff.
So what's that, you just go through the scripts? You kind of read them out?
I get the script and I chuck it away and just say what I want to say, yeah.
So you write everything then?
No, we do a bit of both, like, because originally when we did it was Jason in the back when he was filming it, just saying, talk about this, talk about the Royal Family. And I'd go, alright, and then we'd just go for a rant to the Royal Family. Talk about Paul McCartney or whatever, he'd just say, talk about this, and then he'd just edit it together. But now, like, we're getting like more storylines, so yeah, we get scripts and then we use bits and that. But sometimes there's stuff what you just like throw in, it's quite interesting.
And I imagine that will work really well. Because what is good, it does feel like real life, doesn't it? So
yeah. And also I find like, because it's not on a low loader when we're shooting it, it's I don't think it's got this device which is like it's hard to describe it. It looks like a transformer, it's tarantula on the front of the car, and this little camera's stuck on it, so we're just driving around with that on. But it's really good because I'm actually like concentrating on driving rather than, and then whatever's coming into the head, and that's just coming out. But that's what you would do when you concentrate on driving, and then you're having a conversation as well, and that's sort of kind of like that where the dangers like with the low loader, you can start doing that thing. Oh shit, I might be driving, oh you look like you're milking a cow doing that, and you're overdoing it and stuff, so.
Sounds really fucking boring, doesn't it? It's not, it's good fun to shoot.
Oh, but how long do you shoot for to make it 3 minutes?
We usually shoot for a day. You shoot for a full day, and also the thing is that what we do, we kind of have the passengers, we'll pick them up like real passengers. So we'll brief the actors what's going to happen, but then we'll ad-lib that scene so it feels like real, and then that fits in nicely, you know, with the stuff that's scripted.
Do you ever pick up anybody anyway and get the fares off them?
Maybe we should try that actually.
That could pay the budget, couldn't it?
Yeah, exactly, kind of like self-funding.
And how much are they costing to make it?
About 200 quid, you've just got to buy people beers.
Well, isn't that amazing? You see the budgets, the stuff the TV gets.
Yeah, no, it's mainly it's just kind of buying everyone a sandwich and kind of making sure that they're there and getting them a beer afterwards, and that's it. You know.
So how does the writing team thing work? Do you kind of sit around the kitchen table and sort of knock a little, just knock it together between you, or do you have a set idea of how it's going to go?
Jason rings me up and says, I've got an idea, and I just say, put it on the list with all the 30 others, and then he gets me to write it, and I send it to him, and he just changes it. And then we meet in the pub once a week and go through it and plan it all out. But that's how we tend to write, isn't it? That we come up with an idea together, and then I'll write it, and then pass it over to Jason, and he butchers it as exactly how he wants to butcher it, because it's his idea, essentially. Yeah. And then Peter butchers the finished script even more.
How do you write something like that? Because, you know, like things that are written and properly scripted, you can tell like in lines written out, but because that's kind of half sentences and mumbling and things going wrong, I mean, is that how it's written in the first place? Or do you write thinking it's going to be like that?
Because, I mean, I've worked with Jason for years, so I know how he thinks and I know what he wants. So I will write quite a lot of stuff, and then he will pick the best bits that he likes, knowing that it's going to go through even more changes when Peter gets involved. But I know how Jason's mind works now, so I know pretty much what he's going to want to see on the page.
So you just give him a blank page.
Do you have to take a lot of taxi rides as a research?
Constantly, yeah. No. I mean, I work with Jason on the second lot of where to make stuff. So, and I've worked with Peter a lot, so I know his strengths as well.
And what is it, how are you going to develop this? Are you going to develop it like more characters in it, or are you going to keep it pretty tight little cast?
I don't know, I'm kind of like torn between the two. I mean, you kind of, I think we've got to want to start fresh, and you know, when we're pitching it, a lot of people have seen it on the first pitching round and rejected it the first time round.
What was their reasons for rejecting it?
You don't really know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really certain.
Is it Jack teeth?
Yeah.
First
of all, yeah, we did some stuff with some fake teeth in first of all, and that was.
I think you showed that last time.
Yeah.
That was really funny. That.
Yeah, and that was cited as a reason. Then kind of like, but you never really know. You know, kind of like maybe we just wasn't the right time to.
You don't say stuff like it's just not funny or it's too regional or.
No, I mean it's weird because they changed their mind. One time they came to us and said we really like the Asian character, but can you get rid of the white guy? And then another time they came back and said, get rid of the Asian character, but keep the white guy. They've no idea what they're doing. And that's you know, it's perfectly clear, you know, but that's producers for you.
You just got to keep going because at some point that's going to break through.
Well, you've got to hope that somebody latches onto it, that's all.
I mean, it's the second time I've seen your film show in front of an audience and everyone's laughing. I mean, and it's a completely different audience here than it was last time.
Yeah.
So that kind of proves it's funny, doesn't it? Really?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
But we decided as well because we enjoy making. We were just like, well, fuck it. We're just going to carry on making because we enjoy making them, and then if it happens, it's great. But until then, you know, that's the key thing. We enjoy doing it and stuff. And when we did them again, we just thought it's just a lot of fun.
People were laughing more at the documentary there.
Yeah, again, but that's interesting. It's real life, isn't it?
No, that's right. I know. I want to get that Irish guy in it.
Yeah.
He's laughing all the time.
I think we'll get one in 3D. That's the way forward, isn't it? Everything's in bloody 3D.
So a couple of questions. You just someone at the back was for your second.
Wouldn't it be better to make a 23-minute sort of comedy of the whole thing that we've got concept of, and then flog that round, rather than having these small little snippets, not make, I don't know, a 23-minute...
Why 23 minutes? I mean, so just a random... Yeah, no, I'm just interested. I just wondered, yeah.
So if you maybe did 30 minutes then, and then try to flog it round so you could see the whole concept, and yet it would work properly like that.
No, next.
only 3 minutes or 2 minutes?
I don't know, it seems like a lot of work, doesn't it, to put 23 minutes going I think you can get the idea from 3. You know what I mean? 3 minutes, I think you can get the idea. And if we put in a script with that as well, then if they can't see it from that, then they're fucking idiots.
You know what? I think if you put 8 of them together or 9 of them together, they don't have to have a plot or a conclusion.
Yeah.
You know, you can have like each little one, and that would work as a 20, 28. That's 20, not 23. It's 27. Sorry if that's 4 minutes too long. But that, to me, that would work. It's like The Office was in a sense. It didn't have to resolve itself.
Yeah.
It's because the sketches are the really funny sketches.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think that we're piecing something together, I think, you know what I mean? And ultimately, if it doesn't work like this, then we put it online and we try and pick up the following that way.
No, it's got to work. We've got to make this work. Yeah. It's criminal for us to get shown properly.
Yeah, I was just wondering, when you were making it, did you kind of anticipate sort of how much empathy that you get from the audience towards the character? So I thought it was really interesting how, you know, you start off and you think, oh, you can laugh at this guy, and then towards the end, there's a real kind of, there's a bit of audible awe in the room when you know, she's got in the cab with the boyfriend. When you make it, do you think that the audience would kind of take to him as much as, you know, they obviously did here tonight?
Well, for me, it was really nice because I'm always like thinking from the funny sides and like make people laugh, and then it was nice to see that people were like feeling sorry for this character and that, because he is a bit of a jerk if you see more stuff of him. So it's nice that he's a human side to him and he's not a complete arsehole. So yeah, for me, I found that quite a surprise.
Have you softened the characters as it's gone along?
Yeah,
first,
I think. Yeah, when
have you come to like him more as you portrayed it?
Yeah, he's very much fun to play in that, and there's a lot of stuff. His beliefs, the other one's more harder edge than that, and he's a bit more softer than that. But he's like, I'd still say it's like on PC. Whether he knows that or not, he's totally aware that he'll be like on PC in certain situations and stuff. So he'll say something, he'll think it's like good advice, and it'll be like absolute like nonsense and stuff. But it's nice like this sweet sort of like love stories develops, you know.
We changed the script the night before. The night before we were shooting the Ben and Jackie stuff, we took all of the stuff out that was going to be, you know, that he was ranting or saying, you know. So we took all that out and we softened the character for that reason, basically, to make him more sympathetic. I suppose it works.
So it's always deliberate that when the boyfriend got the car, you want everybody to feel upset in a certain way, or...
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to do a love story, you've got to kind of do the traditional stuff, aren't you? I mean, so we did that, but we tried to do it in our own way. So.
You can't know there's no way he's going to get off you anyway, don't you?
Yeah, he can never get off of a camera, you know what I mean? Let's face it. That's where the comedy is.
Got one more question?
Yes. Who could you see acting you? I mean, like, because obviously you got it boxed, and that's pretty.
Steve Seagal.
Seriously. I mean, could you actually hand it over? I mean, without actually being like arsey about it. You know, like just you like you said, Johnny Vegas and whatnot. But obviously, it wouldn't be him because it wouldn't be you, but.
I don't know. That's what they try to do, isn't it?
You know, would you be easy? More not who.
I just thought of a better question. Could you get him in the back of your car? That'd be good for you.
I think it was for the driver.
You can retire, you apart.
If you're up for it, then we'll get you in. It's alright.
That's what I'm wrong with this one. When it's taxi driver, you can't drive.
Okay, well, thanks.
All right, well.